Adrienne, it's been I mean, maybe not for the viewer of podcasts, but for me, it has been a while since we've spoken. Good to see you again. How's it going?
Good to see you again. It's going good. I am very glad that I am not traveling for the foreseeable future because I went everywhere lately.
Yeah, you were all over. So the last time we spoke, you were going to Japan. So.
Yes.
You were there for how long were you there for? It feels like 3 weeks or
I was here for pretty much a month, and then I went back home to Canada, and I was here like a week and a half maybe, and then I left for a week to go to Hamburg, Germany, and then now I'm back, and hopefully I'm not traveling again.
Yeah, it's like I didn't think about it until recently, where I was just suddenly like, oh, it has been a while that you've been away.
I have not touched the game in a month and a half.
Wow.
And I've told that to a couple of friends, and they're like, so that's like a normal break for most people, but that's like a 2-year break for you. That's the equivalent of a 2-year break. And I'm like, yeah, I'm so scared. I haven't touched it. But now I've gone back to it, and it means that I'm really productive now because I've had a break. So,
Nice.
So it works out.
Yeah, you got new ideas and everything.
Mm-hmm. And I went to the Toronto Games Week.
Oh, see, I don't know anything about that yet. We'll do it chronologically. It makes more sense. But because I was just like, we haven't even mentioned that yet, so I immediately want to talk about that. But for the sake of everyone else, we'll go chronologically. So you were in Japan. How was it?
It was really good. I was in beautiful, beautiful Japan for 3 weeks. It was a business trip and nothing else, I promise, and that's why I stayed a month.
Lots of business.
Yeah, because I went to bitsummit, which is an indie convention in Japan, like a convention for indie games, and not really an indie convention. We'll talk about that in a second. Which lasts 3-4 days or something like that. And so, that's why I've stayed a month. Because
makes sense. You wanted to take each day in for a whole week. You need to process it.
Yeah, and that wasn't a vacation at all.
No.
But hypothetically, if it was lovely. And I brought my mom with me also because I went to Japan back in 2020. Yeah, business. Listen, she's my CFO. Every so often we talk about how much In Stars in Time has sold, so that makes her my CFO.
Smart.
This is how we think about it. It's not if a lawyer is listening, if a tax person is listening to me, this is a joke. This is a joke.
Isn't a scam or anything. They're not actually registered with a company.
This is a joke. I didn't pay for my mom's business trip. This was a real trip for her. But yeah, so I went with her because the first time that I went to Japan back in 2021, I think, the whole time I was like, I love this. I know my mom would also love this. I need to bring my mom no matter what. And now that I could actually afford it, I was like, Mom, we have some time. And then I have a reason. So company pays for my ticket, and I can pay for yours. So that was great. We stayed a week and a half in Kyoto, which is where bitsummit is, and then pretty much 2 weeks in Tokyo. So Kyoto was more for my mom who loves old things, and I was like, yeah, I guess that's cool. And in Tokyo was more for me, where I was like, oh my God, Mom, listen, this is a DS and it's pristine.
Look at it. It's got dual screens. That's what the DS stands for.
It's
Imagine.
So cool. You don't understand. But so I went to bitsummit. That was pretty good. Although to my surprise, bitsummit, I had heard about it for a long time, and I was like, oh my God, one day I'll go to bitsummit. I know it's about indie games, indie convention, convention for indie games. You're kind of expecting a smallish convention.
That's what I imagined. Yeah,
an
indie convention,
independent. It's so big. This is like an Anime North type shit. It was massive.
Wow.
It's multiple floors. You had a really big meeting room which could fit 200 people probably.
Sure.
You had a booth for PlayStation, And then they were showing indie games on PlayStation, but I was still like, what is PlayStation doing here? So yeah, it's not small, which kind of explains why so many people go to it from all over the world.
I genuinely, because I was with you going as well, I was particularly noticing the people I knew that were going, and I was like, there are a lot of people that go to this, and like I feel like I don't see this many people going to an indie convention.
Small thing, yeah. And no, it's massive. And there were, and so there were some games that absolutely were indie because I was like, oh my god, I have never heard of this, and now I have. This is great. And there were some other games where I'm like, I guess you're indie.
Yeah.
Sure. I guess technically.
Is it the genre of indie as opposed to the
as opposed to the definition of indie?
Yeah.
But it was pretty interesting. I'm also trying to always keep in mind now that because the first day I went on my own and I was like, I'll just explore, blah blah blah. So overwhelming, and going to those types of walking around events is not really fun if you're going alone. Is the thing. And so thankfully I knew some people that were also here, and then I ended up the second day spending it with Tanat, who's making building relationships now. And so I spent the whole day with him kind of walking around, like talking to people and blah blah blah, and then immediately it was a lot better and it was really fun because you're with someone. So that was great. I met a lot of really nice people. I ended up meeting Davey Redden for the very first time in my life, who made the Stanley Parable, who made the Beginner's Guide, which are some of my favorite games of all time.
Very good games.
So very much he came in with some other people and then introduced. I didn't know it was him, introducing myself to like all those people, shaking their hands, and then I'm shaking his hand, and he goes, "I'm Davey," and I'm like, "Redden?" And he's like, "Yeah," and I'm like, it is so very nice to meet you.
To be fair, I'm not a person that has looked up what the person looks like, so I would be similar, but I'd be like, they could walk up to me.
I know a Davey in video games. Are you the one?
That's it. Yeah, it's like I know your name and I know your work very well. So that's
so I don't think I embarrassed myself, but if I did, that's okay. If I did, I'm okay with it. I'm fine.
They deserve to be praised and excited about. So
so cool.
Yeah,
very,
so that's
very cool guy. So very cool guy. Met a lot of people, talked with a lot of people, found out a lot of really good games. So that was lovely. And that's pretty much it. That was my time at BitSummit. Nice. I spent 2 days there, and I was like, there we go. I don't really I'm good.
You got it.
Yeah. I can now enjoy my vacation.
Yeah.
And it was great. I saw so many things. I ate so many things. Japan is wonderful. Yes, I bought a second piece of luggage so I could put all my stuff in there. Yes, I bought my mom a second piece of luggage so she could put all her stuff in there. And since my mom and I have very different tastes in things, I discovered new things and she discovered new things. I found out a lot about fabrics and thread and all that kind of stuff. We ended up going to like a kimono shop, but like a kimono shop where it's like you go there to get one done specifically for you. And my mom was looking for like a specific kind of fabric. I cannot remember which one. So we went, she asked if she could see it, and then the guy was like, absolutely, here's the fabric. My mom was like, oh my god, this is so cool. And the guy was like, you think this is cool? Look at this other fabric. And so we spent an hour and a half here, and my mom was like, Adrienne, you take pictures, and I'm like, yeah. So I learned a lot about fabrics. Japan goes crazy in art in general, but fabric is another one of these. Like, there's one technique, and I think that's the one my mom was looking for, where it's like, you know how you have your fabric and you have some symbols on the fabric, but it's not that you have the one piece of fabric and then it's kind of sewn in. Instead, you have, imagine that your whole fabric is like a really, 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 really long thread. So you have your really, really long thread, and then they go, we're going to dye it from here to here, and then we're going to leave this undyed, and then from here to here, and then this dyed, this undyed, this dyed, this undyed. And so you have your really long piece of dyed and undyed things. And then when you kind of put it together like this, that's when the symbols would appear, because they figured out beforehand, okay, if we want this flower, then here this is dyed, here undyed, here dyed, here dyed, here undyed, here dyed.
Yeah.
And so it's like, that's handmade.
Yeah, that's
you're not even using a machine.
Smart.
You're not using a machine. This is like something that they've done for hundreds of years, and they're just like, yeah, this is a really expensive fabric. And I'm like, yeah, I bet it is.
Yeah,
I bet it is.
I bet that takes a while to make.
Yeah. I think it was something like if you bought a meter of that kind of fabric, which of course has been done by the same family for generation type thing. Yeah. It was 1 meter, $4,000. And I think for like kimonos, and when they were saying expensive kimonos, it was very much like $20,000 for a kimono, and I was like, oh.
I was going to ask if you got one. I'm going to generally assume you probably didn't.
No.
With that knowledge, I'm like, oh, you didn't get one.
I did not. I did not get one. But that was really interesting. And then on my end, I was like, okay, Mom, we're gonna go to the Nintendo Museum. And so that was was not super impressed by the Nintendo Museum.
No,
I have to say.
I've not been. I don't know.
Yeah, that's why everyone is like, oh my God, you need to go to this place, this place, this place. I could not get tickets for the Ghibli Museum. I'm still sad about it. Did get ticket for the Nintendo Museum, and it was a lot of like it has 2 levels, and the first level is like, hey, here's our history, and that means we had those games on the GameCube, and we had those games on this console, and here are the other things, like you had like the weird VR that's like in black and red, and you had those things, and I'm like, oh my God. And so I did spend my entire time like looking at my mom and looking at this and going, Mom, this is Sonic Adventure 2, and I loved this game. Mom, over here, this is Elite Beat Agent, a really good game. And so
I love that,
like, yeah, and my mom was like,
being pointed out, not Nintendo games.
But they had those.
Like Sonic specifically is the first one. Like, oh yeah, Nintendo Museum, check it out. Sonic Adventure 2, baby.
But they had so many, like they showed all of the games that they had.
Yeah,
like,
it was on the GameCube.
It was on the GameCube, and we were like, here are all of his games. And my mom was like, She had the smile on, and exactly. And I was like, thank you so much for faking it. I really do appreciate it.
I'm glad you like it.
However, my mom noticed, and then I noticed that literally everyone else was doing the same thing I did, which is, oh, I remember those memories. Yeah. And that's not really what you're looking for out of a museum, you know?
You want to learn something, ideally.
You want to learn
not
something.
Just go, I know this.
Yeah, and this floor, we didn't really learn... I didn't learn anything new, but I was like, well, I know about Nintendo, so maybe that makes sense. But I think what my mom learned is because I told her about it. So I don't know.
Sense. Maybe that's how they did it. They were like, it's going to be people that love Nintendo are going to come here. They already know. We can't tell them anything new.
Yeah,
but if they bring some friends and family,
I think that's the thing. That's the thing, because the second floor was all like games that you could play. And this is where they have like the really big controller where you can play a game, and then
I think I've seen that. Yeah,
really big controller that's really nice to take pictures with. So it had a bunch of games, but I was like, well, I'm with my mom. I'm not really gonna play a game with my mom because she's gonna say no. And then but I think if you have a friend with you, that's interesting because that's like the kind of an attraction. But otherwise, you kind of look at it and you're like, all right, well, I guess we saw it. we saw the Nintendo Museum.
Yeah, like no. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah. It did have some concept art that legit I had never seen before.
That's cool.
But they even worse. They didn't do like, okay, here's one and here's another and here's another. It was like, under glass, and it's like all kind of in disarray as if it's someone's desk.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, cool, move that shit around. I need to see it all.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, if it's all like, hey, this looks like someone just drew it. It's like, yeah, but if you could spread it out a little bit so I can actually
I could see some really cool things, but I was like, can you push that Mario concept art away so I can see the Splatoon concept art right now?
Yes, please. Yeah.
Please.
Oh, yeah, you don't want it just like under something. You want to be like, I want to be able to
So, So I was kind of disappointed, but the museum is really cheap. I think it's like $10 for a ticket.
Okay.
And you do get a really nice like card with your me on it. So that's worth the price of admission. I'm not gonna lie. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. Did I do anything else video game related? I think.
I mean, I saw your Blue Sky thread. There was definitely a lot of different foods I saw.
I did eat a lot of different foods. Food in Japan, like we didn't have a lot of luck with the food in Japan, I do have to say. Yeah, I was kind of going, I can go to any restaurant and the food in Japan is going to be better because
Amazing.
they care so much.
That's my assumption. Yeah.
Nah.
Not so much.
But you know what? So here's the thing. The food in restaurants was hit or miss for me and my mother. It was like this. Sometimes it was like, oh, this is pretty good, and sometimes like I can get better, like here in Canada. Yeah. But I think there was maybe only one time where we were like, that was really good. That was really impressive. Yeah. You know what was really impressive though? Convenience store food.
This is the thing I've heard in like lots of YouTube videos and like shorts and stuff.
They're not lying. It's
true.
Go
to the convenience store. It's amazing. Like sort of food.
True. Oh my God.
For what you pay for it. Like it's like.
Yeah. It's really good. It's really fresh. Now I have a newfound appreciation for egg sandwiches.
They always look like way better than I feel an egg sandwich, because I've had egg sandwiches and it's just like, they're fine. It's egg in bread.
It's really good. It's really good. It's really good. So yeah, went to see a lot of museums, both for me and my mom. I went to see the Hello Kitty museum.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you're in Japan, like you've got to, like,
a lot of flea markets, but that was mostly for my mom again, who was looking for fabric. Kimonos in flea markets, 150-year-old kimonos.
Whoa.
$10.
Whoa.
Because they have so many that it's like, it's been in the attic for like 50 years. I guess we should get rid of it. We're gonna sell it for $10. And so there's also a lot of like they cut them up and they're like, we're gonna make like a little bag out of the fabric. They're just making a whole like commercial thing out of it, which is really great. So I was really impressed and then I got to get like some friends some cards where it's like, all right, here's like a piece of fabric which is like this really impressive kimono. Hey, here's your card with a piece of fabric that's 150 years old. I got it for $5.
Yeah. If you bought this brand new, this card would be $500.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially for Canadian and Americans, it's like, so this is older than anything that's around you in like 100 kilometer. You don't have anything that's as old as this.
No, I saw that recently because it's like the 250th thing for America, and I was like, wow, so old. Like,
you guys are so old. Oh my God.
Like, there's stuff in my town nobody's ever heard of.
Yeah. Yeah, that's like 5 generations.
Yeah, it's not a lot.
That's so much.
But yeah, so it's really cool to be like, look at this. This is ancient. Like this is
ancient. Like, you don't know what you don't know what this is. But yeah, so that was really lovely. Love Japan. Would go back again. Of course, would buy another piece of luggage to go to it again.
What was the coolest stuff you got, like, that you brought back with you? Because that's the stuff like that I always find interesting as well, like the things and stuff that you got.
I got so many things that this is actually a really hard question. Wait, I'm just gonna go with things that are around me. I got this lovely little guy.
Look at this guy. Oh,
Isn't he wonderful? Because I don't know if you know Hobonichi. So Hobonichi planners are like some really famous planners. And it's by the guy who made Mother Free. Okay. Yeah, so the guy who made Mother Free and Earthbound, then he created a whole new company which is just for planners.
And so they planners.
Yeah, now he does planners. He makes I actually have one. That's why I knew about it. I got a planner that's like
Moomins on it as well.
Yeah. And they're really nice. I'm trying to find a page that doesn't have. I use it as a journal, so I'm trying to. There we go. So like it's really nicely presented and everything.
That's really nice.
So they're great. So I bought another one, of course. But he was having like a whole festival where they invited like a bunch of like different independent shops and stuff like that, including the person who made this guy, which
so cool,
I'm
guy.
obsessed.
Yeah, such a chunky little fella. I love him. And he looks so like
he's just
like
so happy to be here.
Yeah.
I also got it's all the way over. I'm not gonna stand up, but like the entire script of Mother 1, Mother 2, Mother 3. So it's like this big. It's all in Japanese. I was like, I'm gonna learn Japanese for this. Oh my god, this is so worth. I'm not gonna learn Japanese.
Just gonna look at it, but that's good
really
enough.
Big. Yeah, exactly. I got this. I got a little plushie of Hachiko. I went to see Hachiko.
Really?
Yeah, because so there was what's the word? A cyclone while I was there, and we were very.
Yes, there was. I remember this now because
there was really big, like what seemed to be a really big cycle. Like it was really big in Hokkaido, but it wasn't that big in Tokyo. And so me and my mom were totally ready to spend the entire day in the Airbnb, and then turns out that in the afternoon it was pretty fine. Like it was just normal raining, but so we decided to go outside and we went to Shibuya, but no one else went to Shibuya, so we got to take a picture of Hachiko without anyone in front of Hachiko. Same thing for the Shibuya Scramble. I was like, this is the Shibuya Scramble, there's just a normal amount of people there. And so I got a plushie of Hachiko, of course. I went to an aquarium and I got this.
Yes.
Isn't he wonderful?
Big fan of those little seal guys.
Over there, I got a bunch of things. You know what? I'm just gonna roll.
All right. There you go.
And then they're not gonna be there until we finish this call. They're just gonna be missing from the back. So
I'll do a weird edit where people will be confused. What changed?
Flea markets. I got.
Oh, look at these little.
Is
angry
it gonna
looking?
Yeah, like and they're shells.
Oh, I was trying to figure out what they were, like from
the
front.
They're shells, yeah.
Angry little shells.
I got this guy.
Shocked,
very happy to be there.
Yeah,
and then
it.
This ogre.
Look at that guy. That is a cheeky little ogre who I know's probably done some actually really bad stuff.
I know,
but I'm looking at him and I'm just like,
but he's here now. He's like, you're too cute. It doesn't matter.
Don't matter. You killed all those people. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. Yeah. So yeah, I bought a lot of little guys.
That's little guys.
Absolutely what I did. Yeah.
That would be my thing. I know I'd end up with a lot of little guys. I don't know if you're particularly interested in Godzilla or kaiju stuff in general.
I saw a lot of those.
There's a lot of those.
Yep.
Yeah. I would definitely go to the Toho cinema just to see the big Godzilla standing over the top of it, just to be like, it's Godzilla, everyone. Yay. Like, so I'd do that. But
one thing to do that people might not know about, even if they're tourists, you can get stamps anywhere. Like that's kind of they're doing weird quests for tourism over there, which is really cool. So if you go to pretty much any train station, there's like a little stamp station, and you can just get a stamp, and they sell like little stamp books, and you just get your really cool stamp. And so most stations have those, like a lot of temples have those, most museums have those, a lot of shops have those. So it's
you could do a little like that feels like a thing I'd have in a video game that I really enjoy, but it just wouldn't be in real life.
And so it really made me and my mom discover things that we would not have found otherwise, because there was an app for it which didn't have all of the stamps, which we found out later, but like it had a lot of those. And so we were like, all right, today we're going to spend some time in this neighborhood. There's a stamp over there, a stamp over there, and a stamp over there, and a stamp over there. Great. So let's do the path.
Great idea for tourism as well. To be like, how do we get people? That's like the penny arcades at like a PAX. Where they're like,
they're really good stamps.
Yeah. Oh, that's great.
They're not like shitty stamps. They're like really, really good stamps. Like, and they're like this big. So they have a lot of, they have a lot of these. I don't have any. No, I don't.
That's all right. We can look them up.
Hold on. There's a chance, because I had this thing with me. There's a chance. Yes!
Come on, stamps. Oh, wow.
Yeah!
I almost swore. Those are really good.
Yeah!
Those are really good.
Yeah!
That's way, way, way more detailed than I was imagining.
You're really good. Yeah. They're insane. So yeah, you can pretty much go anywhere and you have a stamp, and then yeah, and that way you have a little memory, and you're like, oh my god, I remember when we went there. I got the really cool stamp. Yeah, there was a Hachiko stamp.
Why not? I would.
Yeah, so if you're going to Japan, viewers, like, you need to get some stamps. Like stamps. Yeah.
That's amazing. Yeah, I love that.
Wonderful. It's such a good way.
One day. So yeah, that's good to know.
And because like, I know they're trying to bring more tourists elsewhere other than like the big cities.
Yes.
And I'm guessing that's also like, I know that there's at least one place where they're like, all right, for this line of train that's like way out of the way, we have, if you go here, this first station, there's like a stamp. If you go this next station, there's one stamp, blah, blah. But also if you get to this city, then immediately they give you like a tourism map, and they're like, okay, here's where you can get your stamps. You can get it at this shop. You should probably get a coffee there. You can get it at this clothing shop. You can look if there's a t-shirt you might like. Like, it's really nice.
It's a smart idea, because I will do that. I will go, I want to go and get my stamps.
Yeah, we're tourists. We're stupid. Like, of course we're going to do it.
Yeah.
So yeah, really, really cool.
That's great.
They're getting us at, like, they're kind of killing it in terms of, like, living easy there. It's a little fucked up. Like, and then you go back home and you're like, everything's ugly and dirty compared to Japan. I don't know.
Thinking. Whatever, because obviously there's a ton of stuff about tourism in Japan for some reason at the moment, and it's just like, I always think that when I watch that, I'm like, it looks a lot better there. Like, it just looks better. Like, it feels like a society that's made to be a bit friendlier as well. I don't know.
I don't know, but that was really, really lovely. Oh, I have another tip for people that go in Japan.
Yes.
It's that I went to a shop and I ended up finding a really cute plush keychain of like a Hello Kitty character that's pretty much just a big steak of salmon with as a face, with like a little body on at the bottom. And I was like, this is the most wonderful thing I've ever seen. I'm just gonna get it. I'm gonna put it on my bag. And it was such a good icebreaker.
Oh, really? You will get people to be like, what's that?
No, because they know what it is.
Oh, they know it already.
And so I went to like a clothing shop and I was like, oh, can I try some, like, with my really bad Japanese, but anime is enough. I will have to say, anime was enough.
Oh, nice. Okay.
My mother was really impressed at my Japanese, which was me going, oh, try? Okay? And they're like,
yes.
And I'm like, and then I try it on and I'm like, sugoi, kirei. And they go, sugoi! Anyways, yeah. So they would see my, like, very kind of like, oh yeah, can you do this? And they're like, ah, Kirimi-chan! And I'm like, Kirimi-chan kawaii! And they go, hi! And there
amazing.
You go. I was just talking. So yeah, have like and they were very much like, do you know Kirimi-chan, where you come from? And I'm like, no! He's just really cute. And they're like, that's wonderful. And I had actually an experience. Again, it's this fucking thing of salmon. And so I went to a fish market, and I went to like a specific stand to buy a salmon onigiri. So I buy the salmon onigiri, and then the lady who was taking care of the stand is like, oh, Kirimi-chan! And I'm like, Kirimi-chan! And they're like, photo, okay? And I'm like, yeah. And so I took a picture with those two fishmongers because the lady also had a little Kirimi-chan with her.
Like, we need a photo.
We need a photo. For social media, I don't know if they actually posted it. I need to check. For social media, because actually this was not any fishmonger. For 3 generations, they have been here and have only sold salmon.
That's it. They're just like,
so they were like,
salmon.
Oh my God, this foreigner, this baka gaijin,
loves salmon so
much that they got the Kirimi-chan keychain.
Yeah, they even know about this.
They even know about Kirimi.
And they've come all the way here for our
to
salmon.
Us.
The best
salmon. Yeah. So yeah, just get like a little guy that they might know in Japan. Don't get Hello Kitty. It's not that cool anymore. But get another maybe less known Hello Kitty character.
Yeah.
And they're gonna they're really nice. Japanese people are really nice.
I feel like that'd be like my the equivalent I'm thinking of immediately is like not having a little Godzilla, but having like a little Anguirus or something like that.
I think a Godzilla would actually work.
I'm thinking of the same path, or maybe someone would be like, you know that one, and I'm like, I do.
So yeah, Japan was wonderful.
Yeah, that sounds great. I really want to go one day. Like, it sounds amazing. So it's great.
It's really good.
And from there, though,
I went to the Toronto Games Week,
yes.
which was the Toronto Games Week lasted a whole week. I only went one day because I was tabling at the Toronto Games Week. It was at the Indie Game Emporium, I think it was called. So that was a lovely event in a greenhouse, and it was really hot, so I was sweating the whole time. In a greenhouse.
That's a choice.
So there's probably pictures of me like in a wife beater, because I'm very much like, all right, I had my little thing here, but I was like, why
are we in the room that's designed to be hot for plants?
Right? But it was lovely. And also, it was like not even a week after I had gone back from Japan, so the one thing about Japan, the jet lag.
Intense, I would imagine.
I usually don't get jet lag when I go somewhere.
I normally go the other way, though. Like, I go from the UK to like the US or something, so that's always not too bad. Even on the way back, I
even
just
on
stay
both
awake.
Sides, it's all good.
Yeah.
Japan was killer though.
Oof.
And so I have learned that apparently the rule is how the number of hours the number of hours that it took you on the plane is the number of days it will take you to recover from jet lag. So that was 13 days. So I had slept like maybe 4 hours the night before. So you know when you're so tired that you become manic?
Yes.
So that was a little bit how it was. I was like, oh my god, do you want to try my game? It has toxic lesbians. Oh my god, come in here.
Wife beater all sweaty. Like,
come in here. Oh my god, try my game. But that was lovely. I met a lot of really lovely people. Sold a lot of zines, which I was actually not expecting that to happen, but like
nice.
that went
they're
really
good
well.
Zines.
Yeah, thank you. I agree. So I was glad that people agreed too.
Yeah.
And I also had like my laptop so they could play the demo. The demo is an hour long, so this is a shorter version of the demo. So it's just the first scene.
I was going to say, I can't, like, that would be a difficult, like, sit down, relax, don't
Stay
plan
here.
to be anywhere for a while, and please pay attention, or this isn't really going to work.
I know there isn't a chair, but you're going to stay here in the greenhouse.
Sort of
yeah.
You've got good thighs and calves, right?
Yeah.
You're all right.
You're a nerd. You can survive.
You can handle it.
Yeah. But that was pretty much 10 minutes, and people really liked it. I was actually wondering if that was going to be enough to like grab people, just 10 minutes for the demo, but like that really grabbed people. People were really interested. It was really interesting to see what people were picking in terms of like the first memories. Yeah, I met a lot of lovely people. Unlike the walking around events where I'm like, I don't know, like every time I forget that I need to have a friend, blah, blah, blah. The tabling events, really fun. Even I was on my own. I was just me and the table and people. Oh my God. So the thing is also that I was like, I know from talking to people that tabling there's a lot of like dead time, and so I was like, all right, what did I bring? I brought my play dates, and I brought a book because I was ready to spend from 3 p.m. to 9 p.m. did not stop.
Just constant
People coming in, and at some point I was like, oh my God, I have like 1 minute, let me eat one of my, and then someone was like, hello, and I'm like, my God, please. But yeah, like constant people coming in. So that was really amazing. But and you know, it really helped with my mania.
I bet. Yeah, you could just pour that into that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So that was also lovely. I really want to do more tabling events. I keep saying that, but I really want to do more. So yeah, that was great. And then after that, I went to Hamburg in Germany because I was invited to their event. To give a talk. I was trying to find the name of the Portside.
Of course you knew.
Yeah, I knew. Yeah. And so Portside is an event. This was the second year doing it. This is an event in Hamburg, which is apparently one of the important German cities in terms of like gaming stuff.
Yes, Hamburg is. Yeah, yeah.
And so they apparently do an event every month or something like that, but this is their big event, and where the whole point of this event is, instead of like a B2B business to business thing where they invite people in the video game industry, and so you have game developers, you have audio people, you have anyone and like anyone that's working in the industry. Yeah. Here, it was only game developers that were invited, and specifically indie game developers that have released at least one game that was even a bit, like, a little successful at least.
Yeah.
So it could be an opportunity for networking and getting to know people, but without the B2B thing of there's always the fear that they're going to ask you, do you have a job to offer me?
Yes. Yeah, which is like...
And here it was
not.
Yeah. And here it was more about peers talking to each other and like sharing experiences. So and it was invite only, and I got invited to give a talk, so I was like, oh, yeah, I'll go. I've never been invited to a thing. It was also on a boat, which was really fun. Like the one day was on a boat. It was 2 days, and the second day was on the boat, which was really good. It was also right during the heat wave, so that was less good.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you're on a boat in that. Like, was it more under glass? Oh no, you'd just be sort of outside.
Thank goodness we were not outside. It was on, like, it was a big enough boat that it was under.
Yeah. Like a sailboat. Like, it's obviously not that. Like,
it wasn't a sailboat. There were like 100 people, so it was not a sailboat. And so it was also really interesting because it was a very, obviously a very European-centric event. So there were some people that went from pretty far, but like I was one of the ones where they did like their speech was like, I'm so glad that everyone's here. We even have people from Canada joining us. I'm like, oh, that's the farthest you have. Okay, got it.
Oh, that's me.
This is me.
From all the way out.
The way out in Canada. So yeah, that was really great. And so the talk that I gave was a 10-minute talk, more. They called it an impulse. About impulse, because it's not really a talk. It's more about we're not even filming this, so you guys can say whatever you want, and you can just give thoughts on like a specific thing. We're
it's
amongst,
a dangerous
like,
precedent to set. Yeah, just say what you want. We're not filming it.
We're not filming it. I was like, that's
straight away. I'd be like, I didn't think you were.
For talk, they're like often they form, but still, I was like, interesting. Yeah, am I going to hear some tea? I did not hear some tea.
No.
And even if I did, I wouldn't tell you.
Exactly.
Because this is live. This is recorded. But the talk that I gave was about fan works and kind of how how to become part of your own fandom is pretty much how the talk was called. Okay. And so pretty much I was explaining that I've been on Tumblr for 14 years or more now, which is a little scary to think about. That's like a teenager.
It's best not to think about these things. I've been looking at that. Where you look at like an eBay account that's like 17 years old. I think I looked at the other day and I was like, oh no, why is my eBay account nearly an adult? Like,
yeah, right? Is it going to start to rebel? Like, what's happening?
Don't do that.
Don't do that, please. So yeah, that I've been here for a long time. I've been a fan of things for a long time, and I've also been a fan of things like Homestuck and Undertale and stuff that got some controversies, for better or worse. So I know how fans think, for better or worse, because I have also been that kind of fan that goes crazy about certain things. That now that I'm a bit older, I'm like, wow, being a fan was so fun. I don't do that anymore. Wild. I don't have the time. But because I know my own experience of being a fan of things, I could kind of get an idea of, if my game became big, how would people react to this? What would make them go a little bit crazy? What would give them brain rot? What would kind of get their theory brains going, and all of that? And so pretty much how I used, my knowledge of this community to make Instars in Time a little bigger. So that was a really I really liked giving this talk. That was really interesting. What was also really interesting is that the audience was mostly white men between 35 and 45, had no idea what I was talking about. And
what, Tumblr? Is that still going?
So no.
Or not even heard of it?
Not even heard of it. And
That's
even
impressive.
and I was like, well, they're men. Of course they wouldn't know about it. But I was talking to a lady beforehand about what my talk was going to be, and I was like, yeah, I'm kind of using Tumblr, blah blah blah. And she was like, I think she's my age, maybe a bit younger. She was like, what's Tumblr? And I'm like,
how did you miss Tumblr? Like
that's beautiful. I'm gonna have to give a talk about fan works. And also have to explain what Tumblr is.
I assumed you all knew what this was. I would have thought, I don't know. Yeah. I feel, because to me, I'm like, there was a particular point of the internet, like especially when you're talking about Homestuck and things like that. I'm like, Tumblr was one of the main destinations. I guess maybe you had to want to be in a fandom in some way.
I think so. So maybe? That's the thing is that it really made me realize like that kind of your experiences are not universal. Yes.
Just even as I was saying it, I was like, oh,
who wouldn't know about Homestuck?
Yeah, I was like, because I guess if you didn't know about that, then you wouldn't go to this website. Yeah.
And even this young woman, like, I was very much like that. You didn't know, like, and in my head, I didn't say this, but I was like, but what did you do with your life then?
Yeah, like, what were you
Did
doing
you have
on the
friends?
Well, yeah. You didn't go on Tumblr. You went on Newgrounds. Did you go on Newgrounds? Was
yeah.
That where you were at? No,
yeah.
I've not heard of that. No,
what? I don't understand. What were you doing? So the way that I kind of explained to the audience, because I was like, oh my God, they might not have heard about Tumblr, so I need to explain what Tumblr is. Yes. And even my explanation, I was like, I don't think they actually have had this experience, where I was saying, so you know when you have someone, probably a woman, you're talking to them about this show or this game that you really like, and then the woman starts saying, yeah, that sounds really cool, but I really hope that at some point those two male characters start kissing.
That'd be good.
That woman would be on Tumblr.
Yeah.
And as I was saying it, I was kind of looking at the people in the audience, and they were a little bit like, I don't know, but
I have not had this impulse or interaction. You're like, haven't you?
And I'm like,
do you watch any K-dramas or anything like that? Do you not watch those and think, when
have
are these
you never watched Supernatural?
Yeah, there you go. There's a Western version. It's like,
what are you talking about?
Have you not thought that these two people could be kissing at some point? Like
and
that?
So I give them my talk, and so that was also a piece of like feedback that I got from the host, because I had to give them my talk beforehand, like a couple of weeks before, and I was like, this is how. Pretty much saying this is how you could also be part of your own fandom. And they were like, okay, so that sounds like an experience that is very specific to yourself and to your community. So we would need you to, like, this is really good. This is really interesting. Love your energy. We would really like you to have like something that would make it a little more like universal. And I was like, okay. So I kind of ended it with like, I did all of that because that was the community that was a part of, and I kind of used that. What are communities that you are a part of that could help you kind of help with that? And the example that I gave was like, for example, if you're making like a cozy game about growing plants, maybe you're really into watching YouTube videos of those ladies that are like, today I'm going to do a tour of all of my plants and we're going to water all of those together. Like, that's a community. What are those people saying in the comments? What are things that they're like, you shouldn't do that to this plant, but please don't remember that you need to do this to this plant. Like, what are those little things that because you're part of this specific community?
Yeah. What do you love about this place and this community that like you can then
kind of put in there
into your game to be like, well, I love this, and if there was more of this in this thing that I love, I'd love it even more.
Exactly. So that's kind of how I ended it. And then there was another guy after me who gave his own talk that was supposed to be kind of those talks linked together. That's not how it ended up happening, because we had like very much like we had different ways, like different. It didn't work out that way. His talk was really good though. It was about NTE pillars, like how to use pillars in video games to like. Yes. And then what is your game? Like what are the things that your game is, and what are the things that your game isn't?
Very important to figure out.
And how that kind of
video game. Yeah.
Exactly. How that goes into marketing, how that goes into like who do you want to market to and who do you not want to market to. So all of us were really, so that was also really interesting. You have the ice cream truck coming
I didn't know
way.
if that was being picked up, but I was like, that's so loud.
Yeah. It's
like,
really hot.
I don't want one. I'm okay.
Go away. I don't need the ice cream.
Well, ice cream vans are still very much a thing here. He will do it again, but
yeah. It was pretty loud, but it's all good. Whimsy.
Yes, the joys of a small town in England. We do have ice cream vans still to this
Hell
day.
Yeah. That's that's a job. That's an industry. Anyway,
what I love is when they turn up when it's basically raining, and you're just sort of like, oh, he's hopeful. He's really hopeful. He's like, please, come on. It's still technically summer. But it is at least boiling at the moment. So
anyway. Exactly. So he's gonna do his money.
Yes. So
he gave his talk right after mine, and so after that we were like supposed to get like a Q&A kind of thing. It was really hot, so people were not really asking questions.
Yeah, it was just
again in a boat.
Is there drinks?
Pretty hot. Yeah. Everyone was like, thankfully they put some fans in there, like some paper fans, and everyone was but he got a lot more questions than I did, which was really, but in a way where it's like, oh, you guys have no context for what I just told you. Yeah. But it's
interesting that they couldn't make the
and
links
so
of what it
was. The piece of like one of the questions and piece of feedback that I did get is that one guy was like, so that made me and my talk was also about what to do to encourage people to do fan arts and how to respond if you get fan arts and how to encourage your community to make fan art and fan works and encourage them to do more. And he was like, and again, I was saying how making fan art is like a really big deal. Like when you are the person making fan art, it's like this thing. I'm so interested in this thing that I'm actually working.
Yeah, I'm spending hours making a thing of it.
Yeah, like that's how much it means to me. And so this guy was saying, so I did not realize that people making fan art of my game was such a big deal. How would you recommend that we kind of help, blah, blah, blah. But I thought that was so interesting. And I feel like... I mean,
it's an interesting thought process because I even extend that to someone just playing the game. I'm always like, you have a certain amount of hours that you are alive. So I'm always like, and you've dedicated some of those hours to the thing that we've done.
Even so that was one thing too that I got at the Toronto Games Week is that people sometimes came to me and were like, oh my God, I recognize this game in Stars in Time. One of my friends is crazy about it is usually what they would say. And then followed it up with, it's on my wish list or I have bought it, but I haven't played it yet. And they always seem kind of like, oh, I'm so sorry. Like, I feel like I have to say that I know about it, but I haven't tried it. But it's like, listen, that's totally fine because this can wait. Like this is just like books. You buy books and then you probably will read it in like 5 years.
Yeah,
it's fine. It's waiting. And already the fact that either you have thought about it and taken the time to click on the wishlist button or even paid money for it, even if you haven't touched it yet, that's incredible. Like spending that much time. And so this guy was like very much, I didn't realize that was such a big deal that they made fan art for it. And so that was really, really interesting to me because it theoretically, it means that maybe he has gotten fan art about his game, but he was just like, whatever.
Yeah. Or just like, all right, cool. I guess, I don't know. I feel like some people maybe think, these people would do something anyway. Like, it's just like, they just the thing they do.
So here's my theory, and I have read a thesis about it years ago that I don't remember the exact details, but it was pretty much saying, and I'm gonna paraphrase a lot. I'm gonna blah 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 asterisk blah blah blah, but that cishet white males and other people, the rest. Everyone else usually have two different ways of being fans. And when it comes to cishet white males, it's a lot about writing down facts. It's about
That is incredibly true. I've never understood it, and it's very true.
And stats, and and so like and also using those facts to make theories about it. And so if you think about Game of Thrones, stuff for white dudes usually, and it's it's very much writing down facts, making a lot of theories. If you think about sports guys,
that's the main one. It's all about. Because that's what I grew up around and I wasn't a part of, but I always found it weird that it was like totally fine and normal for you to be like, the 1963 Premier League final happened in this day with these people. Whereas if you were like, and in Star Trek, it was the same thing though. It's the exact same thing.
It's stats. It's like knowing everything about it.
Yeah, know all the names of every episode of Star Trek or something like that, which I don't. Like, I just don't have that kind of brain. But like, they do.
For the other part, like the other people,
the others,
which are marginalized, it's more about being transformative and and making fan arts, making fan works, making fan fiction. And the main reason for those two differences is that white dudes with the asterisks you said, blah 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 blah. White dudes, I don't want people to take me out of context. White dudes.
No, you're fine.
White dudes, they are the main character.
Generally, in media.
And so they don't need to do any work to imagine themselves in whatever thing this is.
They're already there. That makes sense.
But for us, other people, queer, autistic, people of color, women, genders, blah, 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 we're not usually represented. And so I realized that when I made fan works, I'm trying to subconsciously put myself in there.
Yes.
And the biggest example that I can give is when I was really into Undertale, the main character, who doesn't have a single iota of personality, I gave them a personality that ended up being like little slivers of my own personality, and or like a personality that I could imagine them having, but it's also like it's like a weird funhouse mirror part of my personality and all of that. And so that's kind of trying to put myself in there. And that's the same with people that are doing fanfic of like, oh, what if this relationship that is on the screen, here's a more intimate or maybe more domestic moment, because that's what I want for them. That's kind of what I imagine them doing. That's what I would like them to do. I'm putting myself in there. So it's really about fan works are transformative, about adding yourself in there, about adding a little piece of yourself in there, about being part of this world that you love so much. And so that's why I'm not, like, it was surprising, but I'm not that surprised that the men in the audience were like, I don't know what's going on, because that's not something that they did. It straight up is not. And the thing that kind of confirmed it for me is that after I gave the talk, another guy came to talk to me and was like, that was really interesting. And that he has gotten fan art from children. And I think that's the same thing, because children are also not really represented in games. And so it becomes, here's me, and I am best friend with Sora from Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, we're best
Here's
buds.
me, and I am Uncharted guy's daughter.
yeah.
And so yeah, that was just like a kind of it kind of opened my eyes a bit, and that's why you don't see that many men in general making fan arts in the same way that marginalized people are doing fan arts.
Very true. Very true.
And what was the one thing that I also noticed? But what kind of thing that men make a lot of fan art about, and that's ladies, but like they're like, oh my god, my boobs are so big all of a sudden, and all of that.
I can probably guess.
And so you can guess how they are not represented when they draw something like that. They're like, whatever. Let's keep it PG. But you can guess.
Yeah, I've been on the internet. Well,
and so that's like that kind of. I don't know if that applies to everything, but I was like, oh my god, that's what fan art is all about. We're all trying to like be in there somehow and kind of represent ourselves in the way that it's being shown, the stories that we're trying to tell. And let's not even talk about like, we're going to take this character and we're going to give them this part of me. Oh, I'm saying that this character is autistic 100% because I'm autistic and I see a lot of things that I do that this character does. Or this character is this other gender because I can see myself in this character and I would like them to be this gender. And so I think that's just really lovely. I love fandom so much.
Yeah. Well, it's weird. I mean, just for the nature of what my jobs have been and stuff like that, but also like you say that it was the same realization for me just when you were talking about it then, where I was like, but how can they not know? Like, how did you go on the internet and not? And then the thought process of, oh, they weren't interested in any of that and you were. Like, that's why you found these things.
Yeah. But that's also something that is kind of always, sometimes you have some games that blow up and you're like, but is it really that big? Because I haven't seen any fan art for it.
Yeah, that's it.
And that's
then it's the same thing. You go, oh, it's a completely different audience. Like,
because like for example, how much fan art of Call of Duty have you seen?
Not a lot, but no, that doesn't. We'll talk about that separately. I was.
But it doesn't have a fandom the same way.
It's not the same thing.
It's not the same thing at all. But I'm sure they must
People
have like
Ghost. That's what I found out.
Oh, you're right. Actually,
they love that character. Yeah.
So there is fan art of her, but of the main guy, there's not that much fan art of the main guy. But you know what I'm sure?
Main guy.
Yeah, you know what I'm sure there is? Crazy Wikia page.
Oh,
like the Wikia pages might go crazy.
I only found out about this via a video with the drag queen Trixie Mattel, and I think it was Brittany Broski, and Brittany Broski was talking about some stuff they're into, and they were like, I don't play Call of Duty, but there's this one character called Ghost, and it turns out there's a whole community of people that are into the same things as me. And it was like, and I was genuinely like, for that character from that game? Like, really?
Yeah. It's like, isn't she one of the only female characters?
No, Ghost is a man. Like, there's a few female characters.
I'm not thinking of the same character.
Ghost is the one that's wearing a full balaclava with a skull on it. Like, they've got there's not even any flesh
You know what?
available.
I get, I see it. I see the path.
This was it, and this was where it was like when they were talking about it, I was like, what? Why?
Guy?
And then it was like, because you're not into that, so you've never thought this ever. You just saw, oh, he's got a skull on his face. I guess that's kind of cool. Like, that was it.
Yeah, but
turns out people like anything.
Exactly, but it's so I'm always really, really, really fascinated by how fandoms kind of create and what they get kind of really attached to and less attached to, and the stuff they ignore and the stuff that kind of becomes its own thing until they're like, until you kind of look at it and you're like, this is like you created your own original character, but that's fine. Yeah. And because it is like, this is how we create things. Yeah. So that was really, really, really interesting to give this talk and see.
I bet
most of the men in the audience being like,
"What's a Tumblr? Like a glass
fan fiction?" And so that's why, like, I had to add like a couple of like notes where I was like, "Oh, look, like to show you how big I am on the interwebs. Like here's like." Like straight up like a little bit of the fan art that I've received for In Stars in Time, and also the number of fan fictions they are on Archive of Our Own. And then there was like asterisk Archive of Our Own is the fan fiction
website. That's
what
fan fiction is. Yeah.
By the way, there's like 3,500 fan fictions.
Yeah,
of In Stars in Time. Yeah. So that's going pretty well. Again, I have said this before. I'm saying it again. I'm not looking at In Stars in Time fanfiction. It's a little scary to me. And I don't know how different that is from looking at fan art, which is fine. But
I'd say it's different. I'd say because there's a lot more authorship with it. I mean, there's obviously authorship within fan art, but fan art tends to be a representation of something that you've at least already created, unless it's an original character. Like if it's an OC, then it's something different. But like if it's a representation of a thing you designed, then it's like, oh, it's that, but like in a different style, or they're doing something that's not in the game. But like I can see what I've done is connected, whereas I would imagine if it's written, it's like in a totally different voice, and it's like, who is this? This isn't what I. This isn't the character I know.
Yeah, or the reverse. It might get too close, and I'm like, did I write this, or are they like, what's? Oh no, did I post this?
So
Well, really?
Irreplaceable.
Oh, fuck. But yeah. So it was really interesting talk. And yeah, and then I went home, and now I'm back to working on Truth Scrapper. I am working on implementing Moore's ending, which it's going pretty well. It's just that there's a lot of things that I have to draw, and so that's kind of stopping me. But one thing that I thought that usually takes me a long time in the implementation stage is adding all of the different expressions for each line of dialogue.
Yeah.
It does not take me that much time for a more, because unlike Bets that has like 12 different poses and like 30 different variations for each pose, a more has 4.
I was going to say Bets feels a lot more facially expressive.
Yeah, Amore is just looking at you like, oh my god, I'm having a good time.
Like, I was like, there's that one, like, and you know, there's a couple of different ones.
There's not a lot, yeah. So it's
but I think that works with the character. Like,
as
soon
does.
As you said it, I was like,
so...
Bets has got a lot more. Like, Bets is expressing a lot more through their face. Like,
Bets was moving around a lot, but for Amore, it's like I only have to juggle 4 different poses. So I'm like, and inside of the poses, there's like 2 different expressions. So it's pretty smooth sailing for like, honestly. However, I was having some trouble with actually. So what often happens when I'm drawing is that I have to draw a pose, and I'm like, I have no idea how to draw that pose. So what I usually do is that I do like I take a picture of I model for it, and I take a picture of myself and I do it. The problem is Amore is really jacked up, and
there's a lot going on there.
Way more than me. I have been going to the gym for the last year or so, but this is still like
Amore's,
Amore is a little different. So I was doing like a pretty complicated pose, and I was like, I'm not gonna even try to use myself as a reference. I'm just gonna try and find references for it online. Could not find references. I looked for like 2 hours and I could not find references. Even with my own book of references, I was like, it's too obscure of a pose. I guess too specific. So I was like, all right, I'll just use myself as like a reference. And so it was like a pose where she's doing another one of those poses, but it's from a specific angle. I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna have to figure out where the muscles are for this thing. I don't know. Again, reminder, I have been going to the gym for 1 year, so I'm kind of doing this, and I'm like, is that a muscle? I can see the muscle. I can see the muscle right here. There's like the line for the muscle. Just like in my anatomy books, I can recognize the muscle. I've seen it before. So yeah, that was a really big moment for me.
That's good. I would be just as excited if I saw that. I'd be like,
the muscles. I have some. It's not just wobbly.
Yeah, it's not just, I guess there must be something in there because I can move my arm, but like,
but here's like, I can see, there's like a small shadow here that shows I have a muscle under there.
Yeah,
so, and then I moved a little bit and then the shadow disappeared. But really big deal. So this is why I've been going for 1 year. It's to get the one shadow.
For this moment.
Shadow.
1 year.
The one shadow of the muscle. So we're doing it. We're getting stronger. It was.
Yeah. No, I bet I would. It
was a really big
thing. I saw that. Like, I would genuinely be like, look at me go.
Oh my god. Not all in vain.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then this week, now, as we're talking, there's going to be Instars in Time at Summer Games Done Quick. This is the best day of my life, guys.
It's really cool.
It's so cool.
There's a t-shirt, Yeah, there's all sorts of cool stuff. So it's do you know the person who's doing the run? Like, not personally, but like, are you aware of them?
I vaguely, because I was looking when the game first came out and people started saying, "Hey, I've been speedrunning it."
I speedrun this. Yeah.
You are?
Yeah.
My
That's
game?
wild, right? Like, yeah.
So wild. Like having it at any kind of AGDQ was very much like a thing where I was like, here are my wild goals for Stars in Time. If I can sell more than 1,000 copies, it would be nice. If 10 people tell me they like it, that'd be nice. And oh my god, let's go crazy. What if it was at AGDQ?
Yeah, it's a huge milestone. Like,
oh my god,
Strange Scaffold we just had yesterday. I Am Your Beast was in, and that was crazy. Like just watching. The coolest part was just because my name's in the credits. I think it was the first Scaffold game that my name was in the credits. And obviously they had to go through it really quick because they were trying to hit the time. But I was just like, for a 0.1 of a second, I was like, there's me! Like, and it's like gone.
Exactly.
But it was still like, ah!
Yeah.
Still really exciting.
I'm so excited. I haven't seen a speedrun of In Stars in Time since they first started being a thing, which was a couple years ago now. So I have no idea what's going to happen. Apparently they're going to finish it in 2 hours. I don't know how that happens.
This is like...
Again, this is like a 30-hour game. So I don't know how they do things. I just go...
It's wild. Like because just from watching I Am Your Beast just last night, they like...
With I Am Your Beast, it must go crazy.
Well, they do, because it's like a speed running game, kind of. Like, so it was like... But like just at the beginning, they're like, okay, so we're gonna start, and they just jumped up onto this bit of geometry over the thing, and I was like, I didn't know you could do that. Like, okay, off you go, and it was like just skipped a whole little bit at the beginning. It was like, oh, all right, amazing.
Yeah,
so yeah, it's very exciting to watch those bits and be like, you can do that?
Yeah.
And also just when they're just good at it. Like, that's the other part of it as well. When you watch it and you're just like...
You're good at it?
You're way better than me at this game. Like
and that's worse, because I'm the developer, so I'm going to watch people do things I've been like, oh my god, you can do that in my game? I forget this.
It was the thing with that one as well, because I remember I was playing this for like 6, 7, or like a period of time, like a bunch of months before anyone else got to play it. So I was like, I should at least have the jump on it by like some sort of skill, but it was just immediately like, oh no, people are way better at this than I am. Like, oh, okay.
And already I know what, like, a part of it that's going to happen, because the speedrunner made like a video about it. It's that because I know you haven't played it, so I'm trying to stay vague.
I haven't finished it. No, like I've started it, but I need to finish it. I need to go through it properly.
There's a moment where you get, like, you can call loop at any time.
Okay.
And there's also one thing where you get what I called the speedrunning item that you can get after some time, which is like, I kind of fucked it up, because I was like, if you do those highly specific things that will take you some time, you can get the speedrunning item. Yeah. So I was like, I don't think they're ever going to use it. They are using it. They are, which is pretty much that it at any time you can just stop the loop and get to the teleport screen and go wherever you want.
That's gonna make life easier, yeah.
So it makes life easier for sure. But I was like, I don't know how much time you're actually saving. And so what they found out is that if you use it during a specific battle, where you against an enemy that you can talk to, then you, at any point after that, you can just talk to this enemy whenever. And and those are things you have to do to advance the story, where you have to go to this specific enemy and ask it question, and then
you can just do it at any point.
Look for things, and you can do it at any point. So they are saving a lot of time by doing that. And they kind of were like, oh, now you can have this enemy on speed dial. I'm like, what do you mean? What do you mean?
Like, no, that's not what you meant to do.
No. So this is great. I'm really glad that the speedrunning item I added a little bit for shits and giggles is actually helping them a lot. So I wonder if there's going to be other things that are gonna blow my mind. So the one thing that I have to figure out, I might ask some people, is that I don't know. I probably will be in the chats during the...
I was going to say, because Zalvir was...
that's what I was going to ask.
Called in. Like, so they
wow!
I was going to ask if that's the thing, because they reached out to him, like the people doing the run, and he was like, yeah, sure, I can just be on a call. Like, I can't get there, but like...
I would love that, but honestly, with just me being like, you can't do that. What?
Hey!
Hey!
Just being completely unaware of what speed running is, like to take it from the fan fiction thing, you're just in the my video game. If everyone
do
knows
that.
this, they're not gonna play it.
Yeah, that's not fair.
Yeah, do you know how you've just missed one of the hardest bits to make? Actually, like I spent ages on that.
You're skipping all the story.
Yeah, that's the main bit. What are
That's
you doing?
the most important part.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know, but I'll definitely be in the chat and being like, you can't do that.
Yeah. Why are they what's happening? If you're going to sleep on this, I thought we'd be here like for at least 30 hours.
I thought we were just playing it for funsies. I was so happy to see so many people at 4 a.m.
What? Like I thought it was a bit odd. I was like, how are you going to fit in all these other games? Like,
I was really glad that like for the seven days event, 1 day and more was going to be dedicated.
Like it's just this one game.
Yeah,
you've got Ocarina of Time here.
Yeah.
Like this is no age. Baldur's Gate 3. Like,
you got Batten Kaitos and Final Fantasy VII in
this
there.
Doesn't make any sense. You're not going to be able to do all of this.
I don't understand. White men are really doing crazy things when they're fans, huh? That's crazy.
You've not planned this out well at all. You should have done this for a whole month. Then you might have time.
But yeah, I'm so excited. I haven't been watching any of those yet, but I really like the AGDQ in general.
Yeah.
But I'm so excited. I probably my favorite one ever is that was like probably 5 years ago. They played Punch Out blindfolded.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah, that was really cool.
That was so cool. I love when they do the weird ones. And there was another one where
those are my favorites.
They played a baseball game, but it was a dog playing it.
I don't think I've seen that.
It was so
I mean,
good.
I
it was
have.
like
It sounds like something that I will have seen.
Yeah, right. It was I think it was 2 years ago, maybe. It was an NES game, and it was like one of those classic. You press a button, and then it just does But there was a dog doing it, and so you had the trainer being like, "Okay, buddy, button."
Yeah.
It was that the whole time. It was great.
Those are my favorite ones. I like those ones, and I like because I generally like a glitchless run. If I'm half the time, I enjoy a glitch, but I'm also like I quite like seeing just like
the whole thing.
Yeah, like how when it's a game like a Doom or something like that, where it's just like. I'm gonna finish all of 2016 Doom in like an hour and a half, and you're like, how? And like, I always enjoy the weird blurred line between a glitch and an exploit. like I'm always.
Yeah, that's true.
My favorites are when they're playing and they're like, well, this is what this is, so, which is not actually a glitch, so it is allowed, and you're sort of like, okay. Like,
okay.
I like
probably a wiki page for that somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. But I just like watching it, just being like, oh, look at that. But glitches are fascinating as well. And how people find them is always the ones where it's like, so if I go and stand near this wall and like if I jump 3 times into this thing, it catapults me halfway across the map into like the next 4 levels, and you're like, how was that ever found? Who was doing that? Like
to me, the quintessential example of that is the half A press from Mario 64. Did you see that one?
Yeah.
Where you're like, all right, so we're trying to finish Mario 64 with like the least amount of A presses, but you know, there's like if you jump, you're like, and you're like. And so if you to talk about this, we have to talk about parallel universes. You're like.
Sorry, what? Do we? Why?
Do we?
Like, what
do you mean?
What is this?
Such a good video. It was great.
Yeah. I don't like it. It's the part to me that's always fascinating is just the part where I'm like, how did the first person to discover this discover it?
Yeah.
And then
how did you find fire?
Replicated it. Like, and then because that which implies they must have been trying to do it. But why were they trying to do it? Because it's just such a weird thing to do.
What I'm thinking is maybe there's like some glitches where it's like, well, it happens in most games, so it's gonna like I'm thinking like because for me I don't know if like the very first time I realized glitches were a thing was in Sonic Adventure 2.
What one?
Because when you go into the Chao Garden and like you jump into the skybox for a bit, you can glitch outside of the map and go even far. Yeah, and so that's when I was like,
you could do it annoyingly, but like I've seen it in videos since and been
I think I learned it from somewhere, and then it was me and my cousins who were like, should we try it? And then we tried it, and then it worked, and we were like, wait,
this has changed everything. We're sort of seeing beyond the world now.
Yeah, behind the curtain, like this is scary. Do you think we can find a glitch like that in real life?
let's try. This is how some sort of weird cult begins. But like,
it happens for sure. Yeah.
But like, I remember I think the first one I remember seeing and being able to replicate was in the first Halo, where it was like if you were in one of the multiplayer maps. This probably was everywhere, but this was just where me and my friend found it, and you hit like any vehicle, just literally like doosh, like that. It would catapult up into the air like about 30 feet, spinning and spinning, and you just because I think I did it by mistake, and we were both like, "Wow, ow, what?" Yeah, and then it was like, "Do it again," and then just like, "Check it out," and it was like, whoosh, look,
that's the stuff.
And yeah, it was just like, yeah, this is fun and cool, and then we have to show everyone.
Yeah,
yeah,
it's like I found the secrets.
But stand exactly there and hit that.
That's
right?
the thing. Games now have too much QA.
Well, yeah, they do. Yeah, you don't find. I mean, you do still. It's weird, and it's normally at events like this that you will find like new games. So they're like, oh, and I bet you didn't know you could do this weird thing. Yeah. It then gets patched out, I guess, is the other thing. Like
that's the thing.
That Halo was just on a disc. Same with Sonic. It was just like, this bug is here forever now. Like,
yeah, that's the thing. There were a couple of bugs in Stars in Time where I was like, I think I'm gonna leave it that way because I feel like that could be exploited in a speedrun, and so I don't care about much. And also, I'm lazy.
There's that. I think there was only in I Am Your Beast there was one when the demo first came out, and I think actually Zalvin mentioned this in the run. But like I remember this, people started because people were posting their times like for the demo, and then people started posting times that were like minus the amounts of times, and like people were getting insane negative times, which is something that wasn't meant to be a thing.
Well, yeah,
didn't know could happen.
Yeah,
and it was just like, and then there was the whole dilemma of like, do we get rid of that? Because it's kind of really cool that people have found it, but also a lot of people are finding it, and it's not actually. It's
not hard to get that.
Yeah, like it was basically just stacking the amount of things that you did that would put your time lower, and people were getting so good at it so fast in a way that nobody that was making the game was good at the game, that it was like, oh, you're stacking like all the things minusing your time to get your S rank so much that you're now in minus time.
You're in negative time because you found too many things and you're too good at the game.
Yeah, which it did end up getting patched out, like for the actual release. Not patched out, but like removed for the actual game release. But it was just a thing of like, that's really cool though.
We could
the
leave
people
a couple.
are so good that it's like we go backwards in time now. It's like, oh.
Yeah, that's fun.
I love all that stuff. What day? Because it depends on when this is done.
For me, for Toronto time, it is Wednesday at around 5 a.m. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So,
but you know how GDC works though, so it's probably gonna get delayed.
It probably will. Yeah, it probably will.
So it might be 6 a.m. an acceptable time.
Yeah, but like. Yeah, this might be out by then, or you've already seen it. One or the other. You can either go and watch it on YouTube now, or you can watch it on YouTube in the future. Both are true, because this will exist on the internet forever. So
exactly.
There you go.
And I'll try to remember to add the link to the GDQ video.
I was going to say the video, but also, how long is the T-shirt on sale? Is the T-shirt only on sale for the length of GDQ?
I'm pretty sure it's only for the length of GDQ. Yeah.
So
they do the limited thing.
Well, we should put the link for the T-shirt in the description, but like
just in case.
There will be a post on the Steam page, like hopefully today. Today. I'm writing it, so I'm hopeful. I'll have to ask me if I'm going to do it.
Make sure, double check.
Yeah, are you going to do that? Yes. Okay, good. Right. But yeah. Which is a really cool T-shirt, by the way. I've already ordered mine. As soon as I saw it, I was like, it's one of the GDC shirts. How cool is that? Yeah. Did you design that? Like,
I did not. So most of the Yeedy, well, actually, all of the Yeedy merch is done by their artists in house, and I don't remember the name of the person, but I have noticed that there's one artist in particular that's been doing pretty much all of the drawings for the merch. Mikoto, yes.
There you go.
And I feel like that's literally all of the merch. No, the poster has been done by someone else, but like otherwise, most of the merch has been done by Mikoto, and it's really good. I really like Mikoto. I really like your art. I should have probably sent an email to let them know, because my God, it's really good art.
Hey, yeah.
And also did the pins for Truth Scrapper on the ET.
Which I have one right here.
Yeah!
I was like, I can't really justify buying all 3 financially, but I was like, I can get my favorite.
You can get the fave.
Yeah, straight away. So yeah, I got that. But yeah, it's an exciting time. I'm looking forward to watching those runs. I'm looking forward to the game progressing. Like, do we have anything coming up? I don't think we like really do that's worth mentioning. But like, so yeah.
Right now, well, we have we're someone, I don't know who, is in the process of writing the stats.
Yes, who could it
be? For the I don't know. Yeah. For the demos.
Demo.
Yeah, and the stats have been, I'm not going to say spoilers because that's a post that's coming up, but the stats have been really interesting in terms of what people have been picking for their first playthrough. And just the other numbers have been really nice, so I'm happy.
Yeah.
And that one isn't a spoiler because you can actually see it. But so there's an achievement in the demo for for every time you pick like a certain memory and you finish the game with it, and then there's an achievement for if you've had all of the other achievements, which means like if throughout like 3 different playthroughs you've picked each memory at least once. Yeah, and so that means you 100%ed the game. And out of all the players, 30% of them 100%ed the demo.
That's quite a lot.
Which is a lot.
Yeah, like that's a bigger percentage than like I would have expected. Like
it's massive. Like
yeah.
I'm really blown away. Where it's like 30% of all players like loved it so much that they 100%ed the game.
Yeah, wanted to see everything like within that demo. Yeah. I mean, we'll see when the game comes out, but I think that speaks very well to how well received, hopefully, for the people that dig it. Like
exactly.
Yeah, that's a good chunk.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll talk
it's
about
a really
the stats.
Good chunk. Yes.
Maybe in the next one.
Yes. In the next one for sure.
But yeah, thank you for joining me here on the podcast. I'm wrapping this up in the assumption that we're wrapping this up. Yeah.
Yeah. We do a smaller time than usual. I think.
I think so.
1 hour and 20 minutes. Yeah.
Hey, here we are.
We're getting better every day.
Yeah, well,
this is supposed to be an hour long, but we did better than last time.
We did. Yeah, well done. Like, yeah, admittedly, the initial plan for this was always like, it'd be about an hour. And then, yeah, it's always
a podcast never lasts an hour. This is always more.
It's the way. But yeah, until then, we will see you next time. And, anything you'd like to leave us on, Adrienne? I was about to say Wishlist the game and everything, but you've probably already done that. So
Wishlist the game. You guys should play Nubby's Number Factory. It's my.
I don't know anything about that. What's that?
Nubby's Number Factory looks amazing visually. It is one of the most stunning games I've ever seen in my life. I'm sure you will agree, Chris.
I'm looking at it right now. This looks
Isn't it beautiful?
Well, this looks like something that would be on Windows 98. Like, so I'm immediately like, I mean, I get it. Like, I'm
I hate the way this looks, but the game is really good. It's you just pop numbers.
It's £2.14 at the moment as well. Like, and its regular price is £4.29. So
it's a must buy for anyone listening. This is what if Balatro, but not really. You know, it's a Balatro like, but I wouldn't be able to tell you how. It just feels like Balatro.
I was going to say because I've enjoyed the Balatrification of every game that's been happening recently, and not in a negative way. I'm just like, this is good. Because I really like Balatro, so I was like, this works. This is interesting. This is just going to turn into me sitting here looking at a thing no one else can see. But
don't worry, we can put maybe I'll put like an image of like what Nubby's Number Factory looks like, so that people can be like, yeah, this also looks beautiful. It's one of the most gorgeous games ever.
This has got.
It's so good. I'm obsessed with it. So the gameplay is just that you have like a pinball type like screen, and then you throw your nubby, the little ball with a terrible face, and then it pops numbers, and then you just have to get a really good score, and that
seems simple enough.
Yeah, and you can get items that help you pop more numbers, and you can eat food to get more items as well, and it feels really satisfying to play. It just goes pop, and then sometimes there's like some thunder coming in that pops even more numbers. I mean, it's great. What else do you want? What else do you want in a game?
I don't know. I'm looking at like the little dude that's in the corner as well, like the way it's got this is very like the first time I went on the internet, like kind of vibe to it.
Exactly.
Like, it's like, oh, this is what the internet looked like when I was a literal child.
Just have a guy with sunglasses looking at you and going, "Yeah, you should play Nubby's Nubber Factory."
Like done in MS Paint, like is the way this looks. Like it's
welcome to the warehouse.
Yeah, like this works.
Yeah,
like, this has got 16,300 reviews, and it's overwhelmingly positive, both overall and also recently. So like. Yeah. Even people buying it in the Steam sale are like, "This is what you got to get in on Nubby's whole situation because this is the
Nubby's where it's at. It has nothing to do. Has nothing in common with Truth Scrapper. No, however, I recommend it.
If we're gonna close out on anything,
on the thing that is completely the exact opposite of Truth Scrapper. This is no narrative whatsoever. Only gameplay. Visuals are like completely the reverse of Truth Scrapper. Wow. However, that also the same with a Truth Scrapper is really good. The reverse is also really good.
Yeah, here we go. If you take anything from this podcast, it's that you should play this Nubby game. So go and check that out.
Yeah. And forget about True Scrapper. It's not going to come out anytime soon. Just play Nubby.
It's not coming out. It's not real.
It's not coming out. I'm playing Nubby's Number Factory. I don't have time to work on the game right now, okay?
We're all busy now.
I'm recovering from traveling a lot, all right?
We're a company that's focusing solely on Nubby-based things.
Yeah. It's insert Nubby 5 from now on.
That's it. And we're just going to play Nubby until the money runs out.
Yeah. I'm just buying a copy with all of my remaining money.
Yeah, makes sense. This is a good strategy.
Yeah.
Well, until then.
I
will see you all again soon.
Yeah.
Take care of yourselves.
Yeah. Bye.